Let's learn some new words that will help us talk about patterns in nature. These words are important for understanding the text. We call them special words because they are used when we talk about certain topics. Match the words to their meanings. Patterns are sets of things that repeat in order. A sequence is a group of things in order, like numbers or shapes. Symmetry means being the same on both sides, like a butterfly's wings. Match the words to their meanings. Patterns are sets of things that repeat in order. A sequence is a group of things in order, like numbers or shapes. Symmetry means being the same on both sides, like a butterfly's wings. Now, let's finish these sentences together. Patterns in nature include maybe stripes on a tiger or spots on a butterfly. An example of a sequence is like counting 1, 2, 3, 4. An example of symmetry in nature is like a leaf or a snowflake. Now, let's check if we understand what we read in patterns in nature. How do we know that patterns in nature is informational text? This is informational text because it gives us facts about patterns in the world. Why do the authors compare a butterfly's wings to a snowflake? The authors compare them to show that both are the same on both sides. This is called symmetry. What do we learn about pattern rules by the end of the text? We learn that pattern rules help explain how things are arranged, like colors or shapes repeating. How are a sequence and a pattern related? A sequence is a kind of pattern. It's when things are in a special order, like numbers that go 1, 2, 3. Let's talk about the main idea. The main idea is the most important thing the text is telling us. The details are the facts that help explain the main idea. Go back to the text and find a part that helps you figure out the main idea. One important detail could be, a pattern is a set of things that are repeated again and again in a certain order. This detail helps us understand what patterns are all about. Sometimes when we read, we might not understand everything. That's okay. We can use tricks to help us understand better. We can reread, think about what we already know, or look at pictures to help us. Think about a part of the text you didn't understand. Did you read it again to help? For example, if you didn't understand the sentence, "There is no special order to the leaves," you could look at the picture of the leaves to see that they don't follow a pattern. Finally, let's think about what we learned from patterns in nature. The authors talk about patterns in plants, animals, and even in the seasons. What other patterns have you seen in nature or read about this week? Maybe you saw patterns in the sky or in the way animals behave. Talk with your friends and use examples from the text to explain how patterns help animals and plants survive. When you listen to someone else talk, it's important to ask good questions. Don't interrupt, but wait for your turn to speak. If you don't understand something, use these question starters to help. I don't understand how. Can you explain why? How do patterns in nature help plants and animals?